K100 with Konnan and Disco is brought to you by BetOnline. BetOnline is your number one source for the NBA and the NHL playoffs this season. Every stat, every matchup, and even live odds while the games are being played. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker or unwind with one of our over 150 slots games. Head to the website today to get in on the action. Don't forget to use the promo code BELIEVE, that's BLEAD, for your 50% welcome bonus on your first deposit. BetOnline. The game starts here.
Next is with Forrester Grillo, subbed as Angry Booker T. Who killed WCW to start and restart a bunch of veterans feuding, but recently Booker T's been going off on Hogan and Bischoff again. Now, before Disco panics about accidentally creating interesting content, you would only need to hear the first 60 to 90 seconds of his 11-minute rant, all right? The question I have
11 minutes he went off?
The question I have is, while I'm a
hear
huge
this.
Booker T fan, don't you think it's a little silly for him to get this wound up all these years later, or do you guys think that he's right to be angry? Go ahead.
Championship. And the thing is, I still think about it to this day as far as, you know, the landscape of how my career could have been changed that one night because, yeah, Creative Control was pulled the night that I was winning the World Championship. And my thing is, you know, somebody having creative control can, you know, mess things up or, you know, really, really start to think the narrative of, you know, someone's career and someone's future. Yeah. Say for instance, Hulk Hogan wins the world title, okay? Hulk Hogan wins the world title. Let's just rewind. Hulk Hogan wins the world championship that night. What did that do for Hulk Hogan's career? What did that do? He was a multi-millionaire at that point in time. He did movies. He did everything. He had been a world champ everywhere. What would that have done for Hulk Hogan's career? I mean, would it have saved WCW? Would the company have not gone under if Hulk Hogan would have won the World Heavyweight Championship? Now, on the other hand, it was a moment for me that Hulk Hogan came in and was almost took away from me because now I knew I was winning the World Championship at least 2 or 3 days before I was that night, okay?
No, they called you and told you.
Yeah, now if somebody called me and told me. Now, if I knew that, Bischoff knew it, Hogan knew it, everybody knew it. And Bischoff, why I'm so disappointed, Bischoff and Hulk Hogan was willing to take away my moment that night. And if I wouldn't have won that night, who knows if I ever would have won the World Heavyweight Championship? Who knows what my career would have went? I could have went by the wayside just like everybody else in WCW if I wouldn't have won the world, as well as I went on to have a run as the World Heavyweight Champion, besides all the antics and stuff that I had to do with the title. You know what I mean? You know, stupid angles, you know, that's here nor there. But what would Hulk Hogan have gotten out of winning the World Heavyweight Championship?
I think that's good. Joe, save that for when Eric comes. I would love, this is going to be a good show with Eric. I would love to hear what he says about that.
I want to make a point.
Yeah.
Real quick. And I don't want to toot my own horn here, okay?
But you're about to.
Everybody that remembers back then, I was Booker T's. When I got on the booking committee, I was trying to make it my mission to try to get Booker T into a top spot in that company. Because
I heard you were trying to get it for you, but go ahead.
You know me, I never tried to book myself.
I do know you. That's what I said.
But I was constantly trying to push Booker to the point that when we went to that meeting that one day, and we said who should be the champion. I said, but Booker T, raise your hand, and everybody at the meeting raised their hands, right? Because he was like, the thing was at the time, the WWE was killing us, okay, in the numbers, and our champions, like, you know, we had Hogan, you know, but Booker T was like a great worker and a charismatic personality. Like, he checked the boxes for a guy that could have that spot because the guy's matches were always really good, all the time, you know. And like, we needed some, like to compete with the WWE, we kind of had to get back to that, you know, like our in-ring is still really good. Like, our champion needs to be like a good in-ring performer. You know what I'm saying? They had The Rock and they had, you know, Stone Cold and everything. They were tearing the house down, you know, like each night. We needed a guy to go out there and like tear the house down, you know. So
but the guy asked another question and you turned it into putting yourself over. Yes. What was the question?
Why is Booker still mad?
Yeah, why is Booker still mad?
Is that's the question? Why is he still mad? Or does he have a right to be mad?
Right to be, yeah. Why is he? Do you think it's silly for him to get this wound up after all these years later, or do you guys think he's right to be angry?
Go ahead, Disco. I'll let you handle that first, and I'm very opinionated on this.
Well, bro, let's be honest. We're all doing podcasts. We're all being entertaining. Booker T is on his podcast. He's being entertained. He's getting all hot about it. That's good content. I mean, seriously, like that's like it's all the who could WWE is bringing up bad memories from because it is still the dark side of the ring producers. So what have they done? They take once again. We've taken a period of time in history.
It's not as bad as the real dark side of the ring. Come on, you can't even compare.
It's still the same producers, but it's that now all of a sudden guys have heat with each other again after 20-something years. Like, you know, somebody like, let's call a spade a spade.
Flair got hot.
Yeah,
Bischoff again.
Like, that's what these shows do. You know, so when Booker's hot, it brought up some bad taste about what he found out, like how that went down, or Hogan put creative control. You know, he could have literally, you know, like they told him, you're winning the championship. You get to the building that day, it's like, oh, you're not winning the championship. Hogan put creative control. It's like, right. Yeah, I'd be kind of still hot that you tried to do that to me after all these years later. Right. I'm never going to forget. But to this day, they finally reconciled. Mark Madden finally reconciled with Diamond Dallas Page. Did you know that?
No.
He had heat with them all those years. For
well, he used to bury him on live TV.
Right. They finally reconciled after 20 years later.
Good.
So I was like, yeah, right.
Good, because I like both of them and so do you.
Right. Exactly. But people still hold. You know, there's a lot of memories that they hold grudges.
That's why I can't believe Nash would say that, bro. We had one of the most beautiful conversations I've ever had in my life with him for almost 3 hours after his son passed away, or Scott Hall, and we talked about both, you know.
Right.
And I was like, okay, squash, because I thought it was squashed the first time. I've told this story on MLW, but I'll be very brief. We were in Edmonton, I think it was. And I get to the hotel and I see a lot of police there. And I'm thinking, oh, for sure Teddy did something, because he was dating a time, right? And I thought maybe they were like having girls doing. Yeah. And the thing, when I get there, Teddy Hart and it was these Irish guys from Ireland. Like they were wearing the
kilts.
No, not the kilts, but I think they might.
Oh, that's all right. This guy.
Yeah, the hats, and they had the Irish accent and all that. And Teddy had gotten a water bottle and thrown it at one of the guys right in his face. Like there was a whole bunch of these Irish guys, and Nash was duked up with one of them, right? And I was like, "Fuck all this," and I went right in. I got right by Nash, and I go, "Let's go." And the cops broke everything up, and I was like, that's my brother. You know, if we've had heat, you know, but I'm down no matter what. You know what I'm saying? I thought it was squashed there, you know, and I hear this and I'm like, what's going on? But anyways, as far as Booker T, bro, he has every right to be miserable off. He played the game. He kept his mouth shut, and now he doesn't have to. And he can come out and expose the truth, because people who weren't there, they have no dog in the fight, but they want to criticize. There was subtle to overt racism there, you know, and let's not pretend it didn't happen or it wasn't that bad. So preach, my brother. Yo, what's up? I just want to thank you guys for watching this clip. Don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and join our YouTube membership for hours and hours of exclusive, unedited, uncensored content. And being a member will help you get involved in our upcoming live streams. Thank you for your support. Thank you for riding with us. I know you got a lot of other podcast choices, be it wrestling or other ones. And thank you for picking us. Boom.